Your environment can literally define between who you will be and what will you do in the future. That can be your relationships, your personality. Your environment shapes you in every single way possible. Yes, it might sound simple, but the simplicity is what makes you who you are today. It can be as simple as, hey, do I do this specific task or not? Do I go to the gym or not? If you're surrounded by people who are constantly like drinking, you're gonna be joining them to drink later. But if you're surrounded with those people, but you still chose to go to the places where they go to the gym, they work on themselves to become better, they work on themselves financially to become more stable. I think that's what makes it different, and basically you choosing to change is what makes all of this difference. Environment plays a huge role because someone can be in the same family. Okay, let me just tell you guys a story. There's this person, there's this family that has like two kids, right? Like two sons. The father was always drinking alcohol, like whatever something happened, or just always drinking, no matter at whatever times, just was always depressed, always under pressure, just thinking drinking would solve all his problems. But guess what? It doesn't. But guess what? Those same kids, same family, same house, same everything, same environment, literally same everything. But guess what? Even though those two same sons were in the same house and everything, one of them became exactly like his father, but the other person did not. Why is that? Why do you think that is? It's because he chose to work on himself and not let the path that his father took take over him like the other son. He chose to improve himself. He chose to I don't want this life. That's not the life I want to live. He chose to change his environment. He chose to take that action to improve himself, and build the life that he wants. But the other son did not. The other son was like, oh, this life sucks. Oh, I'm just gonna drink just like my father. That kind of mentality, which is unfortunate, but that's the reality. But the point I'm trying to make here, guys, your environment literally defines who you are and who you will be. Choose carefully. That can be relationships, that can be your work environment, that can be anything. Your environment literally defines who you are. And I'm not saying, oh, just go switch out your house next morning or whatever. No. All I'm saying is, whatever environment you put yourself in, whatever place you go to, whatever routine you're trying to build, just make sure it's on the right path. It helps you grow. It helps you improve yourself. Not the path of, for example, crimes or doing drugs, those kind of people. Because if you hang out with those kind of people, you will become a criminal yourself. And, I don't want that to happen to you guys. I mean, majority of people, they basically attract that victimized mindset. And, they do that to themselves, unfortunately. And they let that bad mindset take over and destroy their lives, which is unfortunate. Because here's the thing, this life doesn't owe us anything, nothing. It's all about, like I said in my previous video, it's all about choices. It's all about what we do and what actions we take to build that life, which is related to the environments too. We chose to stay in this environment, we chose to grow, or we chose to say, okay, let me just tell you guys this. We chose to sit in that chair and play video games all the time. That's the environment we chose to put ourselves in. It's all by choices. It's all choices. In life, everything is a choice. Everything. Yes, sometimes we do get put in situations where we have to start from negative. Let's just say our parents were abusive and I ended up in this huge debt or whatever, bad situation, right? You still, there's always a way. As I learned, there's always a way, regardless of how hard it is. There's always a way to improve and grow from that problem or whatever situation you're facing in life. There's always a way. If anyone told you no, tell them otherwise, prove them wrong. Or you don't have to prove them anything, really. You just cut that person off, because that's, again, it goes back to what I said. Your environment is the problem. that person is the problem. That environment is the problem. People like that are your environment, which you have to cut off. You know, people like that. But Silent Ghillie out. Peace.